Hi everybody, this is James Casey from saberforum.com and this is my review of the Ultrasabers Menace. As you will see, if you're familiar with lightsabers, this is Darth Maul's lightsaber from the Phantom Menace, or at least it's half of it. You buy the hilts individually. You can couple them together to form Darth Maul's staff. It helps if you have a silver coupler, which I don't. I've got a black coupler. You can also buy adjustable couplers to make sure the buttons line up properly, which in this case they don't. That's on my wish list, but I'm not much of a staff fighter, so mainly I use them as single hilts, which I'll show you now. The Menace is MHS compatible on both ends, which means that the pommels and emitters are very easily adjustable. Not so much possibly when you're doing a review, but there you are. That is one complete Menace. Now the nice thing about the Menace in particular is that it does come in 5 possible finishes. This is the standard aluminium finish. You can also get it nickel plated, and it also comes in black, blue and red finishes. Now together with that you have these 3 buttons along the length of the hilt, and you can have those in black, blue, red or silver, and any combination you want. I chose mine to be as close to the original Darth Maul prop as possible. And you have the activation button there, and you can have that in black or silver, and it can be illuminated or non-illuminated, and you also have the option of having the plain guarded switch, which is just black plastic. I went for non-illuminated silver on mine. Again, that's just to put it as close to the original Darth Maul prop as possible. Now, the Menace, of course, being Darth Maul's lightsaber, I chose to have it in black, in red, and it comes with flash on clash, mine flashing orange, which you may be able to see, you may not. Now, the Ultrasabers hilts do have a variety of options for sound. You can go for the Obsidian Light, which is a single sound font pre-programmed into the soundboard, or you've got the Obsidian V3 or V4 hilts. This has the V4 hilt, which you activate by pressing and holding down the activation button, and it takes you into a choice of fonts. This is currently on the episode 1 font, which is one of the pre-programmed fonts. You also have episode 2, episode 6, and so on. I think there's 6 fonts or 7 fonts, something like that, that are pre-programmed when you buy it. You can download additional fonts from Ultrasabers directly, and there are websites where you can buy them as well. Now, that's the standard Menace, but just to show you all the options available.
Cancel.
Oh. Turn that off. This is the emitter for the Menace, and it is quite a complex piece compared to the usual one-piece Ultrasabers emitters. You have 1, 2, 3 different pieces. This goes on either way, upside or downside up. This is the part that actually screws into the emitter, or into the hilt, sorry. And you can have this either completely solid, as I've done, or you can have it with holes around the circumference. and that way when the caged part is put on, you'd have the light shining through these slots. Now, because the Menace is MHS compatible, you can put on almost any other emitter that Ultrasabers sell. In this case, this is the dark shock emitter. And it's not only MHS compatible, you can also have quick disconnects fitted as standard, which means you can replace the LED inside in a few seconds. Now, the stock emitter that I showed you earlier, this one, I have that in red. This one is an emerald green. So there are a lot of ways of customizing the Menace. You're not required to stay. You're not required to stay with the standard emitter, the standard pommel. That's just the connector. But you could have any MHS compatible pommel, whether bought from Ultrasabers or elsewhere. You can have any colour for the 3 buttons. There's 5 different colours, or 5 different finishes for the hilt itself. So it's a very customisable lightsaber. It is absolutely one of my favourites that I own. I think it is incredibly comfortable. It's quite short. You know, it's about 2 hands width, which if you're a keen duelist, you may find is a little bit short, because you probably want to grip towards the end and the emitter end. But there are ways of lengthening it. You can put on a longer pommel. The catalyst pommel, for example, or the various shock pommels will add about 3 inches to the length of the hilt. You could put an extension piece in there, something like the neck piece from the Arbiter hilts, or the Dark Arbiter hilt will go in there. So you can make it as long or as short as you like, but the standard configuration is quite short. Originally, of course, the hilt was used as half of a staff, and a lot of people have bought 2 hilts like I have, so that you have that option. I actually find myself using it single-handedly, quite often dual wielding, and it's really comfortable to hold it just around there. The buttons don't dig into your hands too much, and you end up with it's a very light, it's a very maneuverable hilt. You can do a lot of quick flicks with it. I'm not by any means an expert in dueling or spinning, but I do find it very comfortable, even considering you've got these various buttons sticking out. Those are removable. You can replace them with screws, as long as you've got the right diameter, and that's easy enough to do. They do unscrew very simply, just like that. Now, because it's a Darth Maul hilt, it does come complete with the Covertech wheel in place, so you can hang it from your belt. You just need a Covertech clip. Those are available from Ultrasabers. They're available elsewhere. I bought all mine on eBay, I think. So that's the Ultrasabers Menace. Very easy to customize, very comfortable to use. I bought 2 of mine last year sometime, and I've used them a lot. They're a lot of fun to use. Whether you're going to be dressing up as Maul for a convention or Halloween or whatever, I don't think you're going to find a more accurate representation. It's very close to the original props. I've got a Master Replicas Maul hilt, and they're almost the exact same length, and the very similar dimensions as well. So if you're looking for a Darth Maul hilt, buy the Ultrasabers Menace. Buy 2 of them if you're after a staff. It's extremely comfortable to use, very customizable, and I thoroughly recommend it. Hope you've enjoyed the review. Sorry if I've gone on a bit, but I wanted to be very clear that this is a fantastic option, and I am delighted to have the 2 of them in my collection. Thanks for watching. Check out my other reviews if you want. Otherwise, head on over to saberforum.com. Username is James Casey, and I'm happy to answer any questions you've got. Thank you to Ultrasabers for making the hilt, and I'll see you soon. Bye.